live, I hope. And if we are, welcome to the 11th round in SFR. Today we are going to Mexico for round 11 out of 12, so we are getting near the end of the season, which is quite sad, but everything has to come to an end, and everything has an end except sausages. They have two. But yeah, we have a new guy in today. Actually, I think we might have two new guys. I haven't seen Cool Beans yet, and I also haven't seen him. SFR Round F1. I look at his 24 wins in 73 races. He is probably going to be decent. I don't know anything about their pace, to be honest. 101 wins and 227 races. I guess he will also be decent. Alright, yeah, so like I said, oh, and we have Sloans, who used to be Keza, but he asked the government to change his name, and they approved, so he's now racing under the name Sloans, which is obviously related to Hones or Honesy. Yeah, so we could get a championship decider today. I think I saw something in one chat. Alright, so title permutations, I don't know what that is. So Corny wins the final races with fastest lap in both. Honesy only needs P6 in one race to confirm the title. Corny comes P1 tonight and P2 next week with fastest lap in both. Honesy needs P10 in one race to win the title. Corny finishes lower than second this evening. Honesy wins the title. So basically, Corny just has to win. That's all he can do. Even if he finishes P2, his chances are very, very slim. I think, if I remember correctly, then Honesy will not be racing next week. But still, just to make sure, Corny just has to win. That's basically all he has to do, and his only chance pretty much to keep his championship hopes up. And Honesy just has to, I guess, stay out of trouble, make sure he finishes in the top 5 or top 6 or whatever, and have a clean race, which could be tough, as we are in Mexico. A lot of opportunities to overtake, which obviously relate to a lot of chances for incidents. And also, I don't know how fast the new guys are, so they might play a role in the championship fight if they are fast enough to get into the top 3 or top 5. The NRL race yesterday, I think Honesy won and Cornet finished P2, so it might be, I don't know how to say that. By the way, I hope you don't hear my PS4 taking off, because it's very loud today. I don't know what it is. But yeah, we could potentially see a championship decider today. I would say it's not unlikely. It's probably hello here, FOL Freunde der F1. I'm proud to drive today. Jo, ich wünsche dir viel Glück und ich hoffe, du hast Spaß. Ja, ich hoffe, du hast einen guten Einstieg in die Liga. Ich hoffe, es geht nicht schief. Wie gesagt, viel Glück. Alright, so it will also be interesting to see what the strategies will be like. A one stop is possible, It's very hard to do though, and in my opinion, the two-stop is definitely going to be the fastest strategy. And with two-stop, I mean soft, medium, soft. At least that's what I did yesterday. I started on the softs, went onto the mediums, and got fresh softs in the end again. Das hoffe ich doch. Mach uns stolz. In der echten Formel 1 läuft es ja momentan leider nicht so gut mit den Deutschen, aber packst das. So, like I said, the one stop is possible. I always forget to turn down the volume before the streams. So the one stop is possible. You can make the soft to me hards work. But I feel like you should try to go medium to hards when you're outside the top 10. Maybe go for the two stop even if you're outside the top 10. But if you are outside of the top 10, you might want to try something else and go for a different strategy compared to everyone else to make up some time. But let's see. Alright, so Frog Lebel is out on mediums. I know that he's fast. He had a pretty decent race last week in Coda. I think he finished P3. He did a two-stop there, which pretty much probably maybe cost him P2, maybe. But still podium in his first race, or at least the first race I've seen of him. Right, so he's definitely on a wheel. Let's see, is Cool Beans also on a wheel? Yeah, Cool Beans is also driving on a wheel. Alright, so the first guy should be Lasse. Yeah, it is Lasse. So I guess we will just stay with him and look at his first flying lap. As basically everyone is out except a Red Bull, I think, and a McLaren. And it will also be interesting to see if some guys are trying to tow each other, as we have an incredibly long straight. Whoa. Yeah, and that's the difference from NRL to SFR is that in NRL yesterday we used straight corner cutting. 27.8 is a good first sector. I hope the Mercedes gets out of his way. Yeah, he does, or does he? Yeah, he does, alright. Let's see. It looks a bit offline, a bit twitchy. The rear. 54.5. I think you could go faster than that. It's obviously the first timed lap, so I hope we get into the 113s. I would really like to see that. What is he going? A 14.5, which is a decent first lap. And I'm on the wrong guy. Ferrari about to cross the line. Never mind, that's not a Ferrari. It is a Ferrari. Right. Oh, Cornier, 22.9. I guess he made a mistake there. Alright, so looking at the times so far, we have Toss on P2 with a 14.8. Sloansy just behind him. So far, F4 Freunde, 15.1 on mediums. That's a very strong lap, I think. Let's see what Honesy can do on mediums. Oracle goes into P1 with a 14.4. I will stay with Honesy for now though, as he obviously has the chance to win the championship today, so I might be a bit biased towards him today. 55.9. Wow, yeah, that's his lap basically done. go to Red Dog and see what he can do. A bit too wide out of the last corner. Goes into P10. Right, who's in lap? Van Rocco is on the lap. Van Rocco invalidated? Ooh, Cornet, 13.7. That's a strong lap. 13.7 is a great lap, but I don't know how Van Rocco managed to invalidate his lap. His trick was yesterday, I think. I'm really sure we are not in strict today. He seems to be going relatively fast, despite having an invalid lap. I don't know if he's trying to push to get into the pits, but I don't know. Or he's trying to get temperature into his tires. Alright, let's see. What can DTLR underscore VANROCKO do? Ferrari leaving space. Oh, that's Tribal Road. Great to see him again. Haven't seen him in a few races, I think. 29.0, that's a bit off. Marocco obviously is on the mediums, slower tire. He's done a lap with them, so they are also a bit used. A few guys with 2 lap old softs. Did Connie do 2 laps on the same set of softs? I think he did. Let's check. Ah yeah, I remember. He messed up his first. Ooh, very wide through there. It's a bit deep. That was nice. That was pretty nice. A bit too much. I'm telling him how nice he went through the last sector and he goes into the pits. Alright, Red Dog 44, is he going to finish his lap? I don't think he will. He's about a second down. Yeah, he goes into the pits. Tribal Road, also on an in lap. Guziga Zimpa completely off track. Alright, let's look at Cool Beans and see what he can do. Ooh, short shifting there. I think it's a smart thing to do as it's very easy to lose traction out of turn 3. 27.9, that's a good first sector. 27 first sector is pretty decent. I think he wants to be in the mid to high 27s in sector 1 to have a chance for pole. Or to have a chance to get a good lap in. Ooh, very aggressive through the SS on the steering wheel. Just yeets the car into the corners. He's a bit down in sector 2. A bit deep, but I don't think that cost him too much time. Short shifting again. And it's going to be P7 on a 14.8. That's a good lap. Oh, Toss is on the lap. Let's watch him. Oh, I completely missed Honzi going P1. GG Honzi. Carries a lot of speed through there. Toss is. I think if Toss keeps up the advantage of his current time, he's going to make a jump of a few positions. What can he do? Only 1 position, but he improved by 3/10, so that's good. Lasse just down on his previous fastest lap. See if he can still manage to improve. It's weird, I think. No, Frog Lebel went in CP4. And Lasse goes into the pits. Frog Lebel, I guess. See what Kedra or Sloansy or Verstappening or whatever his name is can do. Guillama P3, the third guy to get into the 113. So I'm getting what I wanted. I wanted the guys to get into the 113s, and they delivered, which is nice. Esports line. Very, very nice. I think he was a bit late on the upshift. Maybe cost him a few thousands or something, but I think he should be fine. Yeah, and that's something, like, that's the biggest difference compared to yesterday. When we were on strict, you can just, I don't want to call it a cut, but you can bend the track limits a bit more. I mean, on strict you can't bend them pretty much at all, and Keza just misses out on the 13th, but goes into P4, makes a good jump. Let's watch Oracle now as just starting his flying lap. Oh, Cornet goes back into P1 with a 13.4. Are we going to see 1/12? Maybe. Oracle up on his previous fast lap. I'm assuming that Tribal Road is going to get out of the way before the SS. He doesn't. I think Oracle might get a bit of dirty air. He's not. He's very, very close, so I. Gets a bit of a toe. Ooh. That lap is looking very, very good so far. If he finds more time in the last sector, he could be the next guy to get into the 13s and maybe get his teammate and go into the top 3. Let's see. Also just misses out on the 13th. Goes into P4. Alright, who's also Wheat on a lap, but he's down by a lot on his current time. So I don't think he great overtake there on Cornet. Van Rocco coming up to the line. Let's see what he does. I don't think, yeah, he's going into the pits. Scheibe Road. Also not. Oh no, he just started his lap. Let's see. Oh, he's down on his lap. Red Dog. Let's see if he can improve. Goes into the pits. Goziga Simper, just, I don't know. Alright, FCB Nick on his outlap. Will also on his outlap. Will hasn't set a lap time yet. That's interesting. Alright, we are closing up to the last few. What is last on the lap? Oh yeah, Lasse coming up to the line. Let's see. Oof. Goes into the pits. Okay, guess he's not happy with what he did on that lap. Goes into the pits, maybe go for another set of softs, another fresh soft. Cool Beans improving. And FOE Freunde only set his lap on mediums and didn't go out again. Maybe he's trying to start on the mediums and go for strategy, but very, very loose rear there from Cool Beans coming out of there. So still manages to improve his previous time. FCB Nick is going very, very slowly. The last time I looked at him, he was starting a lap, so and FCB Nick, he does improve on his lap, but I don't think he I think he improved his position by 1 spot. Alright, let's look at Will. And yeah, the German seems to be happy with his. Oh, Will. Whew. Oh Will. let's look at AFC Binik and see what he can do. My shoulder hurts, I don't know why. It's weird. Alright, so after FC Binik has finished his lap, I'm going to go to watch Connie, because he's coming up to the line and about to start his flying lap, and FC Binik doesn't finish his lap. Okay. Alright, so let's look at that battle for pole. Toss also out on his outlap. Haas is looking alright, I guess. Whoa. That's not going to help Connie's lap. That lock up going wide there. I think that costs him a lot of time. Yeah, he's a 10th down. Yeah, and he abandons his lap. Alright, weirdest on lap though. But he's just, yeah. I kinda saw that coming. I was just about to say that it's really, the car seems really loose. He was sliding a lot through the S's. Lasso outlap, Toss outlap, alright. Toss about to start his final run. It's a lot of guys waited a long time to get out. Alright, where's Hornsey? Hornsey's just in the S's right now. So I guess I'm going to watch Toss for now, and then when Hornsey starts his lap I'm going to switch on to him. Toss looking pretty solid through sector 1 so far. 27.7, that's a good first sector. Improving by over 10th on his lap. Right, I will go to Hornsey now though. Just going to start his lap. Sure, the teammate's right ahead of him, but he's too far away for a tow, so I don't think that will help him. Very clean through sector 1. And is that Toss off in sector 3? I think it is. Yeah, it was Toss who spun in sector 3. He is in the top 10 though. He told me that he don't particularly want to start in the top 10. Or different, he doesn't mind if he misses the apex there, so go. Yeah, abandons his lap. Alright, let's see what Guillermo can do. Guillermo is improving on his current time. Sloansy or Keza. He did get a tow, but he does not improve in sector 1. Oracle up on his previous best. So is Guillermo. Let's see, Oracle, Lassigos, P3, yeah, and Keza. Keza. I think you might want to abandon, yeah. I think he might have done that on purpose, as he completely cut the last corner. So was improving by 2/10, but he just ignored the last corner of the S's. So alright, so F1 Freunde drops down to P14. he only sell one lap, mediums. Yeah, let's see what I can do in the race. That will be interesting. I think most guys outside of the top 10 will start on either the mediums. Some guys might also go into the hard tires, I think. Someone like Van Rocco or Will, they really like doing stuff like that, going on a completely different strategy than anyone else. And so far so good for Kane. He did his job, did what he had to do in quali, gets pole, starts at a Fonzie, but Fonzie is just doing enough, I guess. Starting in P2, Lasse goes into P3, Guillermo Oracle, once again very very strong in qualifying P4 and P5, both Alfa Romeos. Sloansy, Keza, Verstappening, P6, Frog Lebel, again, decent qualifying, P7, Tos P8, Delta Lima P9, Cool Beans P10. All those guys will be starting on the softs. Will P11, Will P12, Van Rocco P13, Freunde P14, Tribe Road P15, Red Dog P16, Gosiga Simpa P17, B16 Boy P18, and AFCB Nick starting from P19. Alright, I hope I am not going to miss the start like I kinda did last race. But it's a bit confusing when you don't have a formation lab, because it also gives me a bit of time as a commentator to look at the different strategies and look at the tires everyone is using. Maybe talk some bullshit. Alright, so yeah, someone readied up. Yeah, AFCB Nick. AFCB Nick readied up. And let's see. Yeah, Weird is starting on the mediums, Freund is starting on the mediums. And so far, I think that's it. Right. I'm not going to miss the start this time though. And let's see. 3, 4, 5 lights. Can the fucking loading screen please fuck off? Oh. And B16 boy gets a drive-through penalty. I think a lot of guys did. Cornet gets off the line pretty decent. Stays in P1. No, he doesn't stay in P1. Oh, Honzi. Why did I go to P20? Whoa, foo, foo. Cool Beans just completely... I don't even know what he did. But Cornet in P1. Yama defending aggressively from Keza. Sloansy. Keza gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting and gaining a position. Right, and with a yellow flag, and that's... Ooh, Toss almost loses the back, but just saves it. We have so much going on right now. I'm going to miss so much. Another yellow flag, and that's Oracle. Oracle off once again. Having a great qualifying, looking very pacey, good speed, but he just too inconsistent, I think. And Cornet just pulling away at the moment. Already 2.5 seconds up. Frocklebell gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, with a lot of guys pitting. Red Dog drive-through. Gosiga Simpa, I think drive-through as well. Rainer had to pit. Oracle also having to pit. That's very, very unlucky. Honzi in P4 after having a rough start. I think he was down in P6 for a few moments, and HCB Nick, I don't know how he managed to get up into P8, P9, I'm retarded. And Keza already has a 3-second penalty for corner cutting, which is very, very interesting considering we are on regular. And I think that's Weird TV who got spun. Yeah, Weird TV. Ooh, Delta Lima side by side with Cool Beans. Cool Beans stays ahead or gets ahead. I don't know. Lasse about to go for a move. Yeah, that was a bit of contact, but I think it was nothing too major. Honzi trying. Oh, Honzi's in a bad spot there. And Giyama already out of EAS. That's interesting. Oh, very, very aggressive driving there from both guys. Luckily no one made contact. I think they made a bit of contact, but no one got spun or got any damage. And Connie just pulling away at the front, already a 4.5 second gap. And I'm so glad that we used strict corner cutting yesterday, because of stuff like that. It's just really frustrating to see. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. That's the exact reason why we went onto strict yesterday. And we have a bit of a train going on from P2 down to P7 with Giyama P2, Lasse P3 for now. Are they going to make it 3 wide? No, they won't. Honzi backs out of it, which is, I think, the smart thing to do, as he is in a position right now where he will win the championship if it stays like that, obviously. So I think he doesn't have to risk anything really. The medium runners are a bit off the moment. The first guy of those is Freund in P9. He's 8.5 seconds behind the train. Yeah, just look at that. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know. I think for season 3 something has to be done about that. Maybe something like voting before each race to decide whether the race will be on strict or regular corner cutting, because that's just not part of racing. Just completely going off track and just going wherever you want on the track and the racing line. And Freunde sets a fastest lap on the mediums. Lasse goes into P2, but honest. Yeah, I have no words for this. I honestly don't know what to say about that. I just won't comment on that. Giyama, probably, yeah, he has a lot of front wing damage. Lasse also missing an end plate, so they both will have to pit. And Freunde seems to be very, very fast right now in the mediums, or in general. And that's the thing. He is the fastest guy on track, but he doesn't cut. So that just shows that you don't have to cut to be fast. It's frustrating. Especially for the guys that don't cut and keep it clean and consistent and on track. Yeah, but I don't make the rules, so I guess sorry for the rant I just went on, but it's just it's just not great racing, you know. But I changed topic now. Hornsey obviously the huge beneficiary, I don't fucking know. Hornsey benefiting huge from Lasse and Guillermo making contact. Now into P2, just ahead of his NRL teammate Sloansy Keza Verstappening. Van Rocco in a very, very good P4, running a very consistent pace. Yeah, and finally Lasse gets a penalty. It was just a matter of time. Van Rocco, he was very fast in Max 3 yesterday in NRL, so I'm not that surprised to see him that far up. I won't watch him though, I don't want to jinx him. I don't want to hit him with a commentator's curse, so I just go back to Will, who is... We'll go back to Freunde, F1 Freunde. And Road goes into the pit, so no move there sadly. Then I guess let's look at Will. Oh, no, I have to go here. Alright, so Lasse went onto the mediums and Guillermo is on the hards. I wonder if Guillermo is trying to go to the end on those tires. Lasse will definitely have to pit again. Right now I would assume that he has to go on the mediums again to make it to the end. I don't think he will be able to go onto the softs in his last stint. I'm guessing so at least. Frog LeBell can't make a move. Ooh. That's not an overtaking spot, just sticks his nose in the tri-roads, manages to stay ahead. No damage done, and we have a yellow flag. And that's FCB Nick going slowly. He's missing a front wing, so I guess he had an off. Oh, and Toss gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's very unlucky. Freunde now up into P5. I would assume that he's going to go medium hards and do the one stop. Maybe he will do medium soft. It's also a possibility. Sloansy, Keza still right behind Hornsey. He obviously has 8 seconds of 8 seconds of penalties. Oh, Keza obviously has 8 seconds of penalties. 5 seconds of those he can get rid of in the, or he will get rid of in the pit stop. He will be Hornsey leaving a lot of space. Doesn't want to take any risks. I think he just wants to secure this championship today. As, like I said, I think he won't be able to race next week. Corny just vibing. 9 seconds ahead of everyone in the lead. If he doesn't spin or make a mistake or get 20 seconds of penalties, I think that's his race. That's his, I think, the 3rd win in a row. I think it will be his 3rd win in a row. So Lasse now catching up to Tribal Road. Bit of a DRS chain. Oh no, Tribal Road doesn't have DRS. Stupid. Easy move down the straight. Ahead, going into the braking zone. Guillermo, not such an easy move for him. Wow, a lot of contact there. And both Frog Lebel and Guillermo have to go through the grass. That didn't help any of those guys. Oh, die guys sind paar just seconds awesome, but Lasse goes ahead into P9 now. Wait, when did Will go into the softs? Oh, he started on softs, never mind. Thought he started on mediums. So Van Roku and Hornsey pitting. Hornsey goes onto the softs. Van Roku goes into the mediums. Cool Beans gets a 5-second penalty for speeding. Wait, that's... Alright, so Van Roku started on the softs. I was a bit confused because there were mediums in the hands of the mechanics. I thought he was started on the mediums, but he didn't. Toss comes behind. Wait, why is Van Roku ahead of Hornsey? Did Hornsey get wing damage? Oh yeah, Hornsey had wing damage. He had to change his wing. Maybe that's why he was a bit of pace and didn't gain any time on Cornet. Rainer, first penalty for multiple warnings, so he also gets a penalty for corner cutting. German for Klebel still fighting down. I just hope that they won't do anything stupid, as though they might be a bit heated after making contact, especially Giamma, as he made huge contact with two guys this race already. Once obviously with Lasse, who is in P8, as he, after making contact, is only in P12. Cornet and Keza just pit on Tribal. Giamma left. I don't know if it's a disconnect or a rage, but to me it looks more like a disconnect, to be honest. As he just on the straight still able to get points, so I don't think he just rage quit. And Keza, obviously because of his 5-second penalty behind Hornsey, who had to change his wing. Van Roku taking advantage now in a net P2, I think. I don't exactly know how long the pit stop is on this track, so I think he should be in a net P3 though. I feel like the pit stop is longer than 18 seconds. Should be at least. Frocklebell getting past Tribal Road. What? Okay. Hornsey already ahead of Van Roku, obviously on the fresh softs. Maybe Van Roku is trying my strategy, soft, medium, soft. He will be a bit slower now, but in the end he's going to be so much faster, having basically no fuel at all in the car and fresh soft tires. Let's see if he can... I cannot speak English, I'm sorry. Keza behind Van Roku. Keza also on softs, so he will have a huge pace advantage. Is he going to send it down the inside? I think he is, and he's ahead. Good move. Van Roku still next to him, but kind of backs out. Yeah, he backs out of it. So Keza now up into P4. Cornet also went onto the mediums, so I think he will also do the soft, medium, soft strategy. FL Freunde. I honestly... Oh, Van Roku gets back past Keza. Obviously, Head DRS has it again, and I think he will be able to stay ahead. Yeah, Keza not going... Oh, a bit of a lock up. Keza does not get past. No, Keza stays behind Van Rocco. Great side-by-side driving there. But once again, he has DRS now and gets back ahead. But it's going to be the same as last lap. Van Rocco will now have the advantage of DRS down the long straight. Let's see how much DRS he has. He doesn't have a lot, but Keza also out of ERS. I think he's a bit too far behind. Yeah, I won't be able to get the position back, and now Keza has to push to make sure that he gets out of the DRS. I think that really helped SFR Freunde. SFR Freunde on 90% ERS. Alright, make that 80. Conny on 20. Hornsey also on 20. Keza saved a bit again, 20 as well. So most guys are in the 20s or 30s. Lasse 60%. Will also 60%. Toss having a solid race in P6. Haven't seen too much of him yet. Pretty uneventful, I think. Maybe not. And my timing screen just fucking died. What the fuck? Where are my times? Hello, game. No, I don't care about fast lap. Alright, guess not. So everyone made a stop yet except SFR Freunde. And some guys had to stop because of damage in lap 1. SFR Freunde on 4th lap on mediums. Conley 3 lap on mediums. Hornsey 4 lap old softs. Alright. It's interesting. At the moment I'm thinking that SFR Freunde is going to... Oh, he pits now. Alright, let's see what tire he's going to go on to. And he goes to the softs. Alright, so he will do medium soft soft. Let's see where he comes out. Hornsey gets past. Keza will also get past, but I think he will stay ahead of Van Rocco. It's very, very close with Keza, but he stays ahead. Yeah, he does. But obviously, Freunde now on brand new softs, as he didn't use any as Freunde didn't use any softs in the qualifying, and now he can just use his ERS. Oh no. Yeah, and Freunde gets ahead, but Sloansy keeps his nose in there. Great driving, good move from my German boy. Up into P3. Oh, AFCB Nick retires, but he retires in the pits, so there won't be a safety car. Right now, depending on how fast he will be, I think SFR Freunde could be potentially in for P2 finish, maybe. Level 3-second penalty. Van Rocco still in a very, very good P5. And we have some kind of battle going on between Toss and Monrocco. A personal battle between those two. Monrocco is 3-0 versus Toss so far in NRL, and Toss is really keen on getting the lead back. But so far, Monrocco is still ahead, on track and in the standings. In the standings between those two, he obviously ahead in the standings as that's Toss' third race, I think, in SFR. But right now we don't really have any fighting going on. Yeah, that was expected. Fast slap 16.4. Delta lead. No. Interesting line there from Weird. Maybe a bit of unstable kept the foot in, so I don't think that was the case. But we are on regular and it's allowed, so yes, we have to let that slide. Weird goes into the pits as well. I think he has to go into the hards. Or did he start on mediums? No, he didn't. Right, Weird doing the medium hard strategy. Kiyama is back. It's great to see. So he did not rage quit, he did get a disconnect. It's really unfortunate. Monrocco currently maintaining his gap to Toss, just around 1.8 to 1.7 seconds, so it's not getting closer. Frog Lebel not getting past Goziga Zimpa. Yeah, AFC really big. Leaving the session after trying in the pits. Goziga Zimpa was very wide. Leaps. Good amount of space though. Does not manage to stay ahead. Frog Lebel into P16. I don't think he will be happy with that. Pretty sure he won't be. After finishing P3 last week in Coda, he can't be happy with the P16. Keza gets his second penalty, I think. The second corner cutting penalty, that is. Dash him into the pits. Oh, I just realized Toss has penalties and Monrocco does not. Let's see how many warnings he has. 1, 2, oh, Monrocco's on 2 warnings. So I think he has to be careful. And Toss has a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So I'm pretty sure he has to begin, so that penalty will be gone. And FW Freunde now on the back of Honzi, who's completely out of ERS. And FW Freunde on 70%. I think that will be a pretty easy move now. Yeah, he already is ahead. Way before the braking zone. And we have a yellow flag on the pit entry. I think that was Will. I'm not too sure what happened there. And Rainer gets another penalty. Alright. Now let's see how fast, or if FL Freunde can catch up to Cornet. Cornet also on 70% ERS, so he doesn't have any problems at the moment. FL Freunde sets another fast slab, obviously having DRS of Fonzie helping with that. Toss now half a second behind Van Rocco, but goes into the pits. Does not get a speeding penalty this time, but he will have to wait. And Hornsey pitting onto the mediums again. So I am not too sure if he was trailing on those mediums, and therefore as he pits and couldn't make it to another set of softs. But he does not go onto the softs, which I honestly expected him to do. But I think he did the same yesterday in NRL, and it worked out, so I guess. I don't know how the English saying is for that, I know the German one. I don't know, I'm stupid. Hornsey now closing up to Cold Beans. He will have DRS, does not use any ERS, goes down the inside, no contact there, still side by side, but he gets the move done, Cool Beans will have DRS down the straight now though. No, he does not, because he goes into the pits. Alright, so Van Rocco P3. Not a net P3 I think. I think he's in net P5 at the moment. Keza obviously having a fair amount of penalties. Let's check that really quick. At Keza on 6 seconds, Toss on 3 seconds, and oh no, Toss without penalties now after his pit stop. Lassa on 3, Cool Beans on 3, Weird on 3, Frog Label 8, Rainer 9, and B16 Boy also on 3 seconds penalties. Hornsey, Keza, Toss, Cool Beans, Will on Guziga Simpa and B16 Boy all on fresh mediums. Red Dog on fresh hards. Van Rocco, I think he has to do 1 or 2 more laps to be able to go into the softs and make it to the end. I think my pit stop yesterday was in lap 25 and my softs were at 60% at the end. Oh no, what am I doing? Alright. Let's go to Hornsey, who's now right behind Van Rocco. It's a bad spot to get close to a car, obviously, as we are about to go into the SS, and dirty air, a huge factor in this game, in the game this year. Much more than it was last year. I think there was no dirty air at all last year. Don't think he's nah, Hornsey's not close enough to go for a move yet. I think he will just wait for the pit straight. Or maybe Van Rocco goes into the pits and goes into the mediums. I think he will wait and go into the softs. He seems to be a bit struggling a bit, but if he's still out, I don't think he will pit for another set of yeah, his tires are looking very bad. And we have a yellow flag. I think that's a racing point. Oh no, it's weird. He is off Delta Lima. Witty is ghosting. That's interesting. I think he lets Delta Lima go ahead, and Weird has now left the session. Maybe internet issues or something, I don't know. Tribe roll, 3-second penalty. cool beans right behind, right behind within the DRS. And yellow flag. Yeah, that was Wool who spun, I think. Red dog now. And WeirTV left the Discord. Okay. I think someone's a bit mad and Frogleberry completely goes off track. Luckily we have ghosting on, because if not he just would have taken out his teammate. That was very, very, very close. Oracle, 3-second penalty. Yeah, I think this race is... I think he's not really happy with how his race went. Frogleberry, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Connie is still 9 seconds ahead, and I think he will have a fresh set of softs at the end, just as SFR Round, or if he's not 9 seconds faster on the same set of tires, I don't think anything will happen. And Van Rocco now goes into the pits and onto a set of softs, and with a VSC, so that's great timing for him. I think he might be able to stay ahead of Toss. Oh no, he doesn't. But of course he does have fresh soft tires and good pace around here, so see what Connie does. Trevor gets a drive through for speeding. Connie goes into the pits. I see the pit assist, I see it. And SFR Round stays out. It's interesting. He surely has pit this lap though. Yellow flag, and it's Guziga Zimpa leaving the session. Connie now. Already, okay, I don't know what I was doing. Frogleberry retired in the pits, so again no safety car. We didn't have one yet today, which is surprising but great to see. Yeah, and Van Rocco already at the back of Toss, already right behind him. He has to make sure that he gets those tires to the end though, as I think if he's past Toss, he, depending on how many penalties Keza has, I would just make sure to a bit of contact, but I didn't see any front wings flying, so I think we should be good. The SFR Round is in the pits. Alright, so I will check really quick how many penalties Keza has. He has 6 seconds. Alright, so Van Rocco has to make up 5 seconds. I think that won't be easy, especially if he has to make sure that he doesn't blow up his tires, which he tends to do. He did in NRL and Cola last week, so let's hope he doesn't do this time, because P5 is great position for him. Oh, okay, Hornsey was going through those kite. They looked a bit sketchy. Yama getting past Delta Lima for the last point. I think Yama is lagging a lot. Yeah, he's all over the place. Connie just goes right through them. Fast lap for him. Yeah, we don't really have anything going on except... Wait, what happened there? I missed that. What did the race director just say? Ignore drive-through. Oh, Tribal Road gets disqualified for ignoring his drive-through penalty. That's interesting. He got his penalty under the VSC, just didn't pit, didn't just drive through. Yara right behind Red. Oh, he's saying so much. Whoa. Yeah, sorry, Gamma, I would watch you. Oh no, that's not Connie spinning. No, it's not, it's Wool. I was about to say, if that's Connie spinning. Kiyama gets 5-second penalty. Yeah, he went really wide, so I think that's why you got the penalty. Fifth Freunde gets the fastest lap, but he's 11 seconds behind Connie. I don't think he's enough. Nah, he definitely doesn't have enough time to make that up. Van Rocco not really gaining time on Kaiser, so I think that's also pretty much over. And Van Rocco, I know that you are watching while racing. Just make sure that your tires make it to the end. Just be careful, you know? Alright, Honzi P3, so currently he would be winning the championship. Yellow flag. I saw McLaren and I thought it was Van Rocco. Jesus. I jinxed Delta Lima in Kota last week and I was a bit scared that I did it again, but I luckily didn't jinx a McLaren in great position yet. Yeah, but that's race over for him. I don't think we will see another safety or a safety car at all today, so yeah, toss. I know we don't really have anything going on. 5 laps left. No fights. So I guess I think I have to talk about what happened in real life F1 today. Like obviously the Romain Grosjean crash. I think it's just crazy how far safety has come in F1. I have to say, when Halos were introduced, I didn't like them. I didn't like the look of them. I didn't really think about the safety aspect of them. I just thought about this aesthetics and just thought that they make an F1 car not look like an F1 car anymore. But I think over the years I not only realized how important they are and how much they help. Like, just think about a crash like 2018 Spa, where Fernando Alonso just flew over Leclerc. That basically saved, maybe even saved his life, because if there wasn't a halo, Alonso's car might have hit Leclerc's head. Then obviously the crash today. The halo saved multiple people already who knows, maybe if we had Halos back in 2014 or 15, I think it was, with Jules Bianchi, maybe he would still be alive, maybe. You never know. But it's great that the FIA is learning from their mistakes and incidents. It's sad that we have to see those incidents to make sure that change is made, but at least change is made. So yeah, it's great to see that Grosjean didn't get any major injuries. His career is probably over now, which is kind of sad. I think everyone at some point made fun of him for his reckless driving and his mistakes, but in the end he's a great guy, especially after what he said about George Russell after Russell spun on the safety car in Imola. He's one of those guys that just gets too much hate. I think all F1 drivers get hate at some point, and they think no one really deserves it, except Dan Ticktum, obviously. I mean, he's not an F1 driver, but he that was weird. Manuel could just completely going straight into turn 1. I thought he got a puncture, but it was just some lagging. Well, alright, never mind. Yeah, let's get back into the race. Still not really any fighting going on. Will got past Guzia Zimper, but it's only for P15, so nothing really special there. Cool Beans in P7. SFR Round after starting P15, I think, up into P2. Great race. I think on pure pace he will definitely be championship contender next season. Just on pure pace, because obviously he made the strategy work to perfection, starting on the mediums, going softs again, kept his nose clean, didn't make any mistakes, didn't cut corners, didn't make contact with anyone. And looking by his throttle and braking application, he's definitely not using assists. I don't know about racing line, obviously, as I can't see his POV, but he's not using traction control or ABS. It's also on a wheel, so I think he's a guy we have to watch out for next season if he gets a full-time seat and has the time to race week in and week out, to make sure that he stays in I don't know what to say. Fuck. Yeah, never mind. But Conny, 1.5 laps to go to make sure he wins. Doesn't change the fact that Hornsey will win the championship. Conny did everything he could. Whoops, sorry. Conny did everything he could to deny Hornsey of winning the title. Just not enough. Hornsey's he's just too consistent all season long. Make sure he wins the title and can enjoy his off week next Sunday, or his off day next Sunday. Keza, after having a rough few last races with a decent P4, I think he will be happy with that. And I think that's worth spinning again, coming out of the last corner. Yeah, like I said, Keza I think will be pretty happy with a P4. Was a bit tough on himself yesterday, but he bounced back, did what he had to do. Van Rocco, I'm not going to jinx him. Toss, after having a bad start into this league in Canada and Coda last weekend. P7, P6, Cool Beans, decent P7, Lucifer Hayes P8, Guillermo after 2 huge incidents P9. But let's look at Cornet as he's about to cross the line and win the race in Mexico. Freunde, P2, and he is the man of the hour. Honesy, Bram Hones, the champion of season 1 SFR, comes home in P3 and wins the championship. Keza finishing decent P4, and I think Van Rocco made a bit of a mistake. He doesn't have a puncture, he looks at both tires. Oh no, what's going on there? What's going on here? No, stay ahead, Van Rocco, stay ahead. Don't let him get past you, stay ahead. Use your yes! Yes! Van Rocco finished P5. Toss P6. Cool Beans P8. P7. Lassie P8, and everyone else has been lapped. So, that was the SFR race in Mexico. Great race. The end was a bit dry, I have to say, as no one was really fighting and we didn't have a lot going on. But yeah, the first part of the race was very exciting, as it always is, or as this league always is. A few incidents again. Yeah. Alright, Cornet winning, Freunde P2 after starting P14, Hornsey P3, champion, Keza P4, Van Rocco P5, Toss 1/10 behind Van Rocco P6, Cool Beans P7, Lasse P8, Guillermo P9, Red Dog the last guy in the points P10, Rainer P11, B16 Boy P12, Delta Lima P13, Weird P14 after quitting, Goziga Simpa P15, Will P16 after quitting, P17, 18, 19 and 20 all didn't finish the race due to, I think all of them quit except Tribroti got disqualified. Alright, thanks for watching the race. I will check. I think we are going to Abu Dhabi for the last race this season. Yes, we are. Right. I hope I will see you there. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't talk too much bullshit. And have a great week. Bye bye.